Hello everyone, welcome back to Eric Plays Heroes of the Storm. Today I'm coming to you with some footage from the test realm because big changes are coming for the Lost Vikings, explicitly stated as a nerf from Blizzard. They thought they were too strong, so now they've reworked their talents. We're just going to be taking a look at that and also playing on the new map against AI. Just so I just want to run through the talents. This isn't a game that you're going to be seeing high levels of play, but you're going to be hearing me, a fairly experienced Lost Vikings player, talk about my impressions of the changes, and perhaps later on I'll talk about possible builds that you could do with these changes. So without further ado, here we go. We find ourselves on the newest map for Heroes of the Storm, the Battlefield of Eternity, a 2-lane map with a team fight sort of objective down in the middle. Seems like a pretty cool map. We'll have to see how it plays out against real opponents, but this has been fun just testing. At tier 1, the talent that I believe I'm going to be regularly getting on the Vikings is bribery. The change here versus normal bribes is it takes 40 stacks rather than 20 to get one. But if you have 3 Vikings in each, a Viking in each lane on 3-lane maps, you have the potential to be getting 60 stacks in the time it would take you to get 20. So it's theoretically about, I believe 50% better if you use it perfectly. But in practice, we'll see, if that is anywhere near the case. Oh, Tychus, getting hit with the roots. Gonna be a bad day for you. Just farming the lanes up till this stuff spawns. Getting taken out. Luckily avoiding that gazebo wall would have spelled my death likely. But the bot push is scary. A little scary. Because they're coming at you hard. If you get to that position where you are the closest target, you could be having a bad day. But the part where this will get exciting for me is when this objective spawns, and that appears to be now. With this, I will be able to be playing 3, the 3 split, because I'll have Balog at the objective, Olaf soaking top, and Eric down bot soaking. So that's cool. See how many times I get hit by these stuns. Looks like the first one, 1 for 1 so far. Good job. Good job. Just get the soak up. Thank you, Tassadar. Thank you very much. I managed to evade that one. And now we have a team fight in the mid. My AoE damage probably doing a good job there. Nazebo getting me in a wall. Team fight ceasing though. And we're back to normal. I don't really, have a lot of faith in my AI teammates, so I'm not really super into pushing with it. But here I think I'm going to test out, it's a sabotage, the split push Eric talent. And that stun looks like it's going to be enough to take out Balog. I'll just rally to Olaf. Yeah. Time to get back. Alright, time to get back for you too. And they actually won that thing. But wow, look how fast he's going down. He's got just 3 heroes attacking. And it's gonna die really fast. It just got 1 tower, it appears like. Okay, that stun I just sat in for no reason might kill me though. Okay. Not a fan of doing the 2-1 Viking split just because you don't have a hotkey to select both 1 and 2 at the same time. There's no control groups. Blizzard said in the past that I don't believe they want to allow that for some reason. I don't know why. Time to get some split pushing going. These towers pretty close to depleted. I think I can just tank it. We'll pull back. We'll pull back for a second here. These camps are up, so perhaps that's a good use of my time. Get Olaf. Clearing one of these camps with the bribe stacks. Bela continuing split push. Oh, a Nubrak going deep, and that combined with the Uther stun is going to be enough to easily take me down. Balog getting pressured here. Just gonna go help him finish his Merc camp real quick because Olaf is really struggling right there. Alright, that's good. Good little win for our engagement. Hopefully we can win this occasion here. Zebo seems to be pretty on top of that. Nubrak going deep. I kind of want to... Alright, time to get to that. A little dangerous considering I have such low health. I'm trying to just avoid here. This is actually dangerous for me to attack him here. But all worries are gone now. Pierce. Oh, we've got a little bit of heals going. And now we might get some utility out of this Eric split push thing. Trying to get some damage up on the enemy team here. And then just avoid them. Because I don't have confidence in our team. His ability to win team fights. Sorry, AI. It's nothing against you. Well, I guess it is. I don't trust you. Eric doing work. Got just the one bribe stack at this moment. Oh, split. Big ass team fight. Zebo getting me in the block though. Have to just get out. Time to get out. Oh. Alright, now it's time to tank for these, our guy. Actually, it's time to destroy this push. Oh, yeah, that worked pretty well. And it looks like the split pushing talent is doing its job. I'll just get play again here because I don't really feel like not splitting at any time in this game. So we'll just continue with the non-stacked talent. Eric's getting work done here in this bot lane though. Seriously, he's like pushed up as far as this other thing. Damn, good job. Hey, that's a good one. That's a good shield there. Thank you, Tassadar. Nubrak getting healed up. I'm just pretty much being a distraction here. Okay, now I need to probably back. Maybe not. This push is just never ending. I'll take it. Alright, Eric needs to get out. And this push might just be the win. We got 4 levels on them. The AI versus AI with the level advantage seems to be pretty good. Because they're thinking the same things. This straight up like rock, paper, scissors sort of matchup thing. The one with the better stats wins because they like do the exact same functions or whatever. Ooh, that's a good spin. Ooh, yes, perfect time for that Malfurion ultimate. But I'm just sitting in the core fire. That's not too great. Haven't been using a lot of spin to win. It's pretty unfortunate. Come on. Yeah. Alright, we got a death. Looks like we have 2 deaths, so perfect time for play again. I'm gonna grab jump. And I guess I'll send Balog to this objective. And people are in top lane soaking that. I can just be the, you know, the siege for this bot lane, especially with this siege talent on Eric. Okay, we got their attention now, so time to send Olaf to the top. Is he even gonna get away? Okay, yeah, he's good. Balog doing work. They're just okay. Just trying to soak here. I don't. Okay, now it's. Oh god. Oh gods. Okay, that was close. That was a close one, but we survive. And we have these to get this merc camp. I don't want to fight Uther. I'm not a fighter. I'm a soaker. For good reason, apparently. I really like the models of the enemies in this level. They look pretty cool. The merc camps as well as the minions. Trying to get that sweet spin damage. Always a fun time on the Vikings. All right. We have this guy to push with. I don't like you, Tychus. Stop it, Tychus. Thank you. Ooh. Sergeant Hammer, you're a little bit out of position, I think. Yep, that's not going to be a good day. And now we have a substantial push. I'm just sending in Olaf to like attack core. I'll just res him. Doesn't matter. Okay, Olaf's dead. I can just suicide this guy too, if I want. Oops. Messed up my play now. It'll be alright. Just attack the core for the win. So, the new Vikings, way different. Low nerfed, probably still effective. Looks like we got some Diablo loot for winning this. Fortunately, can't actually use it. Looks like I see ass candy sword. Of course, XP contribution is brilliant. That's what the Vikings do. But let's take a look at these talents quickly. At tier 1, previously everyone would get the Regen Master Viking Horde. Now that is the passive trait. I believe it's been slightly nerfed. And instead, in the past, you had the passive 25% death timer reduction. Now that's gone. Tier 1, you have a wide array of pretty viable options. Block for Olaf to make him nice and tanky. Stealth for Eric. I've never used, but it seems useful, especially for soaking and scouting purposes. Increases Balog's splash damage. Seems to be a sort of lane pushing mechanic. And Viking Bribery, which is probably what I'm going to be using the majority of the time, I would think, because the core of the Vikings gameplay is splitting and soaking. And bribery you build stacks by soaking. So it takes 40 stacks, double what it takes on other characters with bribe, but theoretically, if you have the Vikings in 3 different lanes, you could be getting 60 stacks in the time it would take you to get 20 in the others. So it's theoretically slightly better than other bribes if you use it to the maximum of its ability. I think I jumbled my words there. You probably get the gist of what I'm saying, though. At level 4, no spin to win. If there's 2 changes that I really hate with these Vikings, this Viking patch, is removing spin to win from level 4 and jump from level 7. It's just, spin to win's a really fun ability to use, and it's coming later now. And jump is all the way at level 13. Your most crucial escape is coming 6 levels later, so that's a real tough to stomach. But at level 4, these talents here, Balog's attacks heal himself, seems good. Eric the Swift, movement speed and healing while he's moving, seems pretty awful to me. I don't think I'll be picking it up. But It's a Sabotage is very intriguing. Destroys ammo and deals extra damage to structures. For split pushing, sounds very effective. A new sort of strange mix-up here is Balog the Fierce, auto attack speed bonus that stacks up to 40%, but decays if you're not using it. There's a couple talents that open up an auto attack build, and I'll dig into that in just a second, but I'm just going over the tiers here real quick. Mercenary Lord, I have no experience with it. I really can't tell you if it's effective or not. Seems like it possibly could be, but I don't think I would ever pick it over Spin to Win. It's Spin to Win, I would think, is the predominantly picked talent at this tier. Norse Force is good, but it's just not used as nearly as often or needed nearly as often as Spin to Win is. The ultimates, I believe, they're exactly the same. At level 13, same Burning Rage for Olaf. That was in the game before, but I don't think anyone picked it at that tier. Probably not going to be picking at this tier either, because the 2 options, alternatives on this tier are very good. Jump, I would think this is what I'm going to be picking up primarily, just because I've got some experience with it. It's their great escape along with sprint. That's how you survive as a Viking. That's all you got, really. And it really hurts it having it at 13 rather than 7, specifically because you're not going to be able to escape from these ultimates so well at level 10. But another intriguing new talent at this tier is Nordic Attack Squad. Activate to have all Viking basic attacks deal bonus damage equal to 1% of the hero's maximum health for 5 seconds. So it's like a giant killer for Vikings, but I think it's stacking up with each Viking, so that's 3% added to each auto attack, if they're all auto attacking. On a 30-second cooldown, lasts for 5 seconds, seems to be a gigantic sort of boost to their auto attack damage when you need it most. And Patience is a virtue at 16, to me, seems to be the obvious choice. Stun on charge is also very good, but just having your ultimates up so quickly with Impatience as a virtue is so good. And I believe the ultimate level 20 talents have not been changed at all. The sequel has been modified because it used to be just 25%, but now it's an intriguing pick at level 20. 50% reduction in death timer could really give you a lot more uptime, but who knows? I would think I wouldn't pick it that often, but it might be a viable choice. Fury the Storm is going to be really good if you do an auto attack build, and I'm just going to run through that really quick. Auto attack build, the thinking behind this build is to have a sort of PvP centric Vikings build, where you're going to be able to stand toe to toe in team fights to some extent. You're not going to be, you're still the Vikings. You're not going to be super strong, I would think, in team fights, but this is an alternative play style, I believe. So at level 1, I would think you would want to get block for Olaf, just to get him tanky, to protect your backline, real damage dealers, with the auto attacks. And here, Balog's attacks healing himself seems to be core to this build as well, because he's doing a ton of damage. He's like your primary damage dealer, especially if you're doing just an auto attack build. And here, Balog the Fierce, the stacking speed on his auto attacks seems to be very good. And it would be like you would build up your stacks of Balog the Fierce, and then you pop the Nordic attack squad, and then you're getting some real good damage there. Note that is just buffing the attack speed of Balog's attacks, so it will not be, like crazily buffing Nordic attack squad, but it does seem to synergize with it somewhat. With this build, I think Longbow is the obvious choice, because you're going to be stacked up and you're going to be auto attacking a lot, and you're going to be ready to longbow, and with play again, you just feel really weak. It, like, having longbow can get you out of a lot of situations. And then, of course, Nordic Attack Squad goes with that build. Impatience is a virtue. You're going to be getting your cooldowns down real quick with this build, I would think. And then Fury of the Storm to buff your auto attacks further. You're going to be a wrecking squad for anything in your way if you have enough time to auto attack it down, I would think. But that's one play style. Another one would be a build that seems to focus on bribery and perhaps play again. The thinking with this build is you want to just maximize your soak so that you're getting the maximum XP for your team, as well as bribe stacks, so you get that map pressure, as well as you pushing every lane with your Vikings. So this is a counter build, sort of like a specialist only build, where you're not going to be really contributing to team fights unless you have a Viking in the vicinity that you can micro to like help finish an enemy off with. But that's a quick overview of the changes. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm probably going to be playing some more with them on the test film. We'll see. But hopefully this is not the death of the Vikings. I believe they will continue to be one of my favorite heroes, for the simple fact that you can control the three independently. That provides a very alternative play style that is exciting and challenging. So I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Have a nice day.